So brilliant, he can't even remember his brilliance from last week, where people are like, can you please post Sam Elliott and Dr. Fauci doing play-by-play at Coors Field? I just remember them selling ham and Coors, and vaccine. Yeah. That's all.
Take me out to the ballpark and get some ham.
I remember the 70s. Those easy bake lawn dart skewers.
Yes. Yeah. But wasn't it, somebody made a good point, it wasn't really Danger 70s toys, it was lack of adult supervision. Your parents were always at the Elks Club or bingo or somewhere. They were just like, we don't care. Go take this jar and don't come home till dinner.
You're just like, how many tetanus shots have you gotten this month?
Yeah, that's why we had tetanus. Speaking of shots, that's why we had so many tetanus shots, because we were always like, right till at least dinner time.
We would do
until you start bleeding.
Go take this rusty can and go play.
Yeah. We did total World War I rock fights, and when we ran out of rocks, some guy threw a paint can. Think, woo, 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 woo.
It was no adult supervision. There were no such thing as helicopter parents. They're like, go in anybody's basement on the block. There's all kinds of chemicals and power tools. Go have fun, kids.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
Just come home when the street lights come on.
Just run it off unless you saw your legs off with Mr.
You'll be fine.
Exactly. All right. So we were saying, Carlos, obviously this, blip in the J&J thing, which we were saying it's 6 women out of 7 million shots given. And we understand the abundance of caution and, all of that. But of course, it's allowed Trump and Fox News to jump all over it and spread dangerous misinformation like, oh, the vaccines don't work. They don't want to tell you. It's just, oh, my God. So the last thing we need right now is any more vaccine hesitancy, right?
Yeah, regardless, God forbid anything has an imperfection in it. Yes, the vaccines did roll out fast, and you will have complications, but it seems like those numbers are pretty minuscule, and who knows if it was the vaccine per se that caused those things?
They don't even know that, and it's 6 women between the ages of 18 and 48 that have already this low platelet condition.
Yes.
So that's pretty specific.
But they're doing the right thing. They're taking a pause.
Yeah, to say that, this is a different kind of treatment. It's a different kind of clot. Don't treat it with a traditional blood thinner because that would make it worse. So, out of an abundance of caution, of course.
People are already dying from accepted forms of medicine, right? From chemotherapy, from other types of flu shots.
The percentage of blood clots, are you kidding? Are like a zillion times higher for smoking, for taking birth control, for guess what? For having COVID, stuff. It's like a zillion times higher the chances of getting a blood clot, So, and then I think on the good news, Rachel Maddow's been talking a lot about this, but new results from a multi-stage clinical trial show the cocktail, the special antibodies can reduce risks of developing COVID by 81% if someone is not already infected with the virus. And for those that still get infected, the drug can help clear the virus from their bodies faster and shorten the duration of their symptoms. Again, if Trump got this, if the Trump administration had promoted this instead of stupid hydroxychloroquine, which not only didn't work, but was harmful. Like, remember when he said, everyone should get this and it'll be free, it's on me. It's like, he's a liar, as usual, right?
Bolsonaro in Brazil. Look how bad it is in Brazil. Bolsonaro is at the front and center of promoting hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this treatment, a separate trial found the cocktail is also able to reduce people's chances of developing COVID symptoms if dealing with an asymptomatic infection by 76% after 3 days. Researchers say these antibodies can help protect people from infection and disease alongside vaccinations and may be particularly useful for those waiting to get their shots. With more than 60,000 Americans continuing to be diagnosed with COVID every day, the antibody cocktail it's Regeneron is what they're, may help provide provide immediate protection to unvaccinated people who are exposed to the virus. So I would say this is a really critical treatment that they should be getting out there widely, and should have earlier if Trump had followed science and not,
if only he had followed science, Stephanie, and that's the problem.
Yes,
he followed his hunch, and his hunch is as good as a hunch on a guy in France trying to get water for Dulcinea with whatever her name was. His hunch was a hump from hell.
Thank you,
They should have followed the science. I'm really raspy this morning because I've been yelling at the television set. Take the vaccine.
And also making really confusing analogies. I can imagine you've lost your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because I didn't take my second shot.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
I just did the one.
Oh, okay.
No, you didn't.
I went to a trauma clinic and I got it in my foot.
Okay. Regeneron. No, you didn't, fake Dr. Fauci. Okay.
I did not.
Regeneron is pursuing U.S. approval for the antibody treatment as a preventative treatment after it helped cut the risk of symptomatic infection in households where someone else is ill. So, that's something else I think they need to that's really like the now warning, right? Because, we've all had COVID. Chris and Travis and I were like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Nobody told us about this treatment thank God ours were fairly mild, but, I remember someone saying to me, one of my best friends right away is like, did you get the antibody thing? Great, get it right away. And I was like, well, my symptoms were so mild. It was really only smell and taste. But, it seems like, boy, this could have saved a lot of lives but it's amazing how the Trump administration just was unerring in picking the wrong science and ignoring the right science, right? Like, someone was obviously invested in hydroxychloroquine because they bought millions and millions of doses of hydroxychloroquine.
And that's why Bolsonaro was behind it. But this is a guy that was trying to take credit for how fast the vaccines. I did this. The vaccines came out in record time.
Please, because I pushed them
in secret.
Yeah, and as they all said, Pfizer and others, we will move at the speed of science. Like they're not going to move at any other speed, and it's just. But anyway, it's just one in a million missteps. If they had embraced the correct science, they should have been pushing this. What he got, antibody treatment, the Regeneron, and whatever. How many lives would have been saved?
Imagine the Defense Production Act right off the bat. Imagine him requesting mask mandates. Imagine how many lives could have been saved.
Well, even now, Carlos, the amount of cases, hospitalizations, and deaths we're having, if it were from anything else, if we weren't in this, the COVID just sort of numbness of 600,000 people dying, we're not in still a good news place. We're really
if he wouldn't have said, liberate Michigan, like 6 months ago, Gretchen Whitmer wouldn't be where she is today.
Yeah.
You're forcing all these governors to bow to political pressure from these idiots who stormed the Capitol with guns.
Thank you. And it's the Republican legislatures that are undercutting all these governors trying to protect their constituents. But anyway.
Greg Abbott, let's open it up.
Yeah.
Wheel me to the door in this little Harry Potter. Let's open it up. Humbug, sentimental hogwash. People are dying. George Bailey getting the vaccine. What a wuss.
You have to redo the whole It's a Wonderful Life for COVID, the era of COVID. Do it.
Merry Christmas in jail. Happy New Year.
Every time someone gets a vaccine, an angel gets his wings.
Ding. That's right, Clarence. Team Pfizer.
Did that little girl have the most annoying voice in the world, or is it just me?
Every time a bell rings,
Yeah.
Zuzu.
someone's ears start bleeding.
Zuzu gets her rose petals.
Zuzu.
Yeah, Zuzu.
Zuzu. Okay. All right.
Zuzu's pedals.
Well, what you're saying, Stephanie, is if we had a competent leader that listened to science, that was measured, that was pragmatic, none of this, at least 2/3 of the deaths would not have occurred had we done things
he
correctly.
knew because he said it. This antibody cocktail of Regeneron is amazing. We're all going to have it. He did nothing about making it available. Remember, he said it's going to be free for everybody. It'll be available to everybody. You know who is available to? Only his buddies, Chris Christie and Rudy Giuliani. And you were like, how did all these survive this, right? With their level of underlying conditions. And you're like, because of that. Because of the treatment that everybody in America should have had. All the 600,000 families.
No, it's a beautiful vaccine.
Someone,
Remember that in April? It's a beautiful, a year ago, it's a beautiful vaccine. And anybody who wants it can get it. It's very beautiful.
Oh, my God.
It's free.
Everyone who wants a test can get one. Like, it just each and everything he ever said about it. Right?
The tests are amazing. They got great bodies. They got huge jugs.
All right. Okay.
And women are going to love them.
All right. Is this just basically the rest of our soundbites just Republicans whining, starting with Mitch?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I just say this was the best thing about us winning the House, the Senate, and the White House? It's just Mitch McConnell. You can tell from what a miserable, whiny little bitch he is that it's just yay. Okay.
Well, what I'm concentrating on is the future. And what we are confronted with here is a totally left-wing administration with a slight majority in the House, a 50-50 Senate, trying to transform America into something no one voted for last year.
Everyone voted for.
No one voted to transform
everybody did.
America into something totally different.
Yes, they did. Oh, yes, they did. And every single thing that Joe Biden has passed or is pushing is wildly popular. It's exactly what everyone voted for.
Yeah.
No one voted to have me get chin surgery and look like a normal human being. That's not what we voted for. I didn't vote for that. Nobody voted for meat. We need lettuce and vegetables and carrots and water-soluble vegetables so I can eat. Nobody
Water. What is a water-soluble vegetable?
Your iceberg lettuce.
There's a lot of water in them. Yeah, he needs to hydrate. Turtles need to hydrate. Okay, one more.
Yeah.
Mitch McConnell.
It was our hasty abandonment of Afghanistan in the 1990s
Oh, my God.
that allowed the Taliban to
Hasty?
grab power in a bloody civil war.
This
and
is a
create
hasty
safe
withdrawal?
haven for
Oh, my God.
terrorism that led to September the 11th, 2001. Conflicts do not simply end. They are won or they are lost. America and American administrations must be in the business of winning.
Yes, this is a hasty
Yeah,
withdrawal.
not
And
me.
that we've only been there 6,000 years now. And also,
Hold on, let me turn on some John Fogerty. I ain't no senator's son. I love that song. I'm not going to war. Not my kids. Not my friends' kids. Other kids are going to go to Afghanistan. Not
you know
people
what
I
his
know.
lack of chins is? It somehow forbids him from being able to say terrorism properly.
Well, that bullfrog jowl is where he stores all the lies. They just
And
feed
he
up
inflates it when he's threatened. Yes. Yeah.
It makes him unable to pronounce terrorism or
Russia was there for 10 years, didn't work.
Okay.
We were there for
Yes.
20 years,
20 years.
hasn't worked. And the reason why we're there, oil.
Okay, and here, what's that? Did you say oil can?
Oil can.
Oil can.
Okay.
Thank you.
Did you say war for oil? What did you say, Tin Man? Okay. And here's the profoundly romantic moment where he defends his equally corrupt grifter wife.
Yeah, I can tell you as a proud husband of an Asian American woman, I think this discrimination against Asian Americans is a real problem. And it preceded the murders that were recently on full display. And I'm hoping we can work out an agreement to get on the bill in a normal way, have some amendments, and move to final passage.
Wow.
There's something in it for him.
Yeah, of course, I won't tell Trump to stop saying Kung Flu or anything like that. I'm like Ted Cruz. I'm not going to say anything if he calls my wife ugly. If he calls her, an Asian ugly woman,
Okay.
we're not going to say anything.
You're the professional voice guy, but is it like, I don't know, Axel F. Frog swallowed Leon Redbone? What's his voice? Exactly.
Yes.
It is. Yeah. It is. You got to add a little bit of Josh Mankiewicz from Dateline, too. You got a little Josh Mankiewicz from Dateline, and then throw in a Kentucky accent, and there you go.